Welcome. Nobody's found us yet. Well, while you're looking for us, I'm going to see if we're connected everywhere. While Rick warms up his fingers, Nathan's in the house, Melissa's in the house. We're trying to share this on Facebook. Now we're using a new platform tonight, so Lakita's in the house. Thanks for stopping by. But oh, I see what I did. I think I screwed up the link.
No. No way.
So see everybody, Nathan found us, Melissa, see how it feeds through here. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we're on Twitter and we're on Facebook, but it looks like we're getting lagged out, slow motion here on, let's see, Bruce's Best Live. Share that. Share it to what? Copy link. All right, we'll do it this way. Jeez. So how y'all doing this lovely Thursday? We also got another a fun way that if you want to, if you got a computer that has a webcam on it, I can send you a link and you can actually come join us on the show. Very easy to do. So maybe Nathan, you want to try that out? What I'll do is we're going to add a guest. Copy the link. I'm going to put the link in here. Now, what you have to do is open that link up. And make sure you're using the house. I didn't get it. There's a little lag on this thing here. I might have to close some stuff up. Let me do this. Let's see if this helps. Maybe now that I tested that it's streaming, and it is streaming, I'll close some of those down and see if it's So Nathan's sick. Well, Lakita, you can do it. We could try and get you on the show. But there is a little bit of lag here. I'm a little disappointed with that.
Yeah.
All except Facebook locations. So maybe Well, anyway, or at least we're on. First day with new clothes. You know how it goes.
Yep.
And it worked yesterday. I did all my tests and everything.
Yeah.
So,
well, you put on a few pounds since you tested it yesterday. It's like the new clothes, they fit in the store, but you stop and have lunch.
I'm sorry to hear Nathan's sick today. We've had like the perfect weather down here.
Yes.
And we had a pretty good response from last show. I'm just not sure we put this one out soon enough and for everybody to catch on, but I'm glad we got a few people here. And Rick and I were talking at lunch today because now we're both pretty kind of semi-retired, you call it. We're taking the government's money a little bit at a time, and we're why don't you come up here and we'll smoke a joint, Rick?
Sounds like a plan.
Get everybody prepped up here. So I wanted to put a thank you to Hugh and Dan Weiner on purepeptides.io. Okay, Pure Peptides. I'll put that in here. I'm about 8 weeks in now, and I'm feeling it. I'm telling you. My legs are getting stronger, putting some more miles, feeling better. And the code is best life if you want to try some peptides. And if you have questions, you can send me an email and I'll forward it to Dan and he'll get you answers. So Pure Peptides is helping my ass a lot.
You do seem like, and like I was saying at lunch, you do seem like you feel better.
You act different.
You act, because you're acting normal now, or maybe.
It depends where you started from.
Abnormal is normal sometimes.
Well, it's funny because Dan told me too when I did that party in Naples, and that was before we retired, before I got on this, and he's like, "Man, you were really like in a bad way when I seen you." Was I? And he kind of like gave up, I guess, So,
well, you got that, and then of course, you have less stress now.
Yeah, almost none.
So that, because I noticed that the stress is
in your life.
Yeah, it's pretty much
gone.
Pretty much. Now, not that I don't have my moments, but
yeah. Well, we kind of create those moments,
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to live in the now, and what people tend to do is they live for tomorrow and yesterday. They worry about something that happened yesterday or what's going to happen tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And you're really supposed to not do that. That's how come when you meditate, you want to be in the now.
Yeah.
We were talking about that too, is the whole world could just be a simulation.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. Like I was telling you, I read an article that says the earth is moving faster. So we're going to have to add 1 second to the clock in 5 years. They're talking about a planet, I think it's like 27,000 miles around, right? And it spins at 1,000 miles an hour. And that's pretty incredible on its own.
On its own, then it's going through space.
Right?
Because I'm not sure how fast it goes orbiting the sun, but
I think it's 55,000 miles an hour.
55,000. Yeah.
So you got 1,000 miles an hour spinning. Here, let's ask Chat GPT. What's the speed of the Earth rotation or Earth traveling the sun, right? So with the simulation as a concept of yeah, no wonder you did. The Earth that travels around the sun at an average of 29 kilometers per second, 67,000 miles per hour. The speed varies slightly during the course of the Earth's orbit due to the elliptical shape, the shape of it. moving faster than when it's closer to the sun and slower when it's farther away.
Yeah, and I mean, none of the orbits I don't think are, what you see on a map where, it's just a perfect spherical orbit, and none of them are like that. They're all kind of getting closer, getting farther away and from each other and the sun.
So with that being said, it's quite a miracle that this planet can sustain that, even just for the 5,000 to 7,000 years that we can date it. You know what I mean? And 67,000 miles an hour. Yeah, we turn that 1,000 miles an hour, but they say we go 67,000 miles.
Yet we don't fly off the Earth. I mean, we're spinning that fast, but we do not fly off the Earth.
So to create a simulation, I pulled that up in chat. Oh my God, there's a ton. My brother's mouth goes 67 miles a minute. It's kind of nice to get a little smoke in. I took my walk today up the bridge, and man, those peptides are definitely improving my legs. I'm super happy.
Endurance.
And that pain in my back I was telling you, that's fucking gone. It's gone, totally gone. Maybe just a little tinge of it if I turn the right way.
Yeah.
I think the lag slowed down now that I closed everything else down, so that's good. That's good. So if anyone wants to call in, there's only a small crowd here. We don't have many people here tonight. I thought we were going to have a little bit more crowd, but we had a lot of people watch it when it's over. That's what happened last week. So if anybody doesn't want to watch, then maybe we just,
You could also.
Yeah, they might be stuck in traffic.
Yeah, and Danita, I wanted her to call in, but I was trying to share this on my homepage, and the way it's set up, I'm more of a, can you tell me? You can say it like it is. We want you to say it like it is. That's what we're about. We want to say it like it is. Marty should be coming. Where's Marty? Let's see. Shit, I didn't get it shared to my page. I did something wrong. That's a spam rip. Let's see what he's got to say. Can I help you? That's a horrible telemarketer right there. He can't even get his shit together. How's our sound, you guys? Does it sound pretty good? Are you hearing us fine?
Especially the guitar player.
Yeah. Well, you're more than happy to offend us. We would love you to.
We like being offended.
Yeah, why not? You know what I think I did? Thursday, March. Oh, that was the last one. Going. Let's see. Online.
Yeah, I shared that too, but I'm not sure.
Oh, you know what? I got the wrong fucking link. That's why no one found us. Yeah. Okay. Now we know. Now we know. Nobody showed up. Sorry, man. Well, the show must go on. So
Yeah, whether anybody watches or not.
Yeah. Damn it, man. I thought I did so well. Oh, it's still up on my page. Tess Moser's there. Well, they can join us. So at least it's there. And yeah, okay. Well, that's okay. At least it's out there. That means somebody might watch it at some point. But we were at lunch talking about simulations, and excuse me.
That is not a simulation.
Yeah, they have a good sense of humor for that simulation. But Rick was saying on Star Trek,
Yes.
How in what was it, in the 70s or was it the 80s, you said?
The 80s, I think, is when they came up with the concept of that holodeck is what they call it, but basically it's like the Matrix,
Yeah.
where it computers just make your surroundings and you can basically go
tell what
anywhere.
you want to do, and there you go. There, it's real life.
Yep, and
Yeah.
everything looks real and sounds.
I guess all this is coming out more now because AI is starting to change a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost conceivable that a race from another universe or a higher power, his name might even be God, was a master programmer in another universe. And the parallel universes and things like that are very interesting too.
Yeah.
So it's almost more conceivable that we are a simulation than not because of circumstance, Elon Musk says there's a 1 in a billion chance we are a simulation. Okay. So that's a chance. And his other choices, what was it?
I can't remember. I would help you out here. But
Yeah, we lost on that one.
Yeah.
Well, it's a computational universe, could really be reality be coded, could dive into the concept of a computational universe where reality emerges from complex algorithms and computations. We examine parallels between computer simulations and our physical reality. Then you got the philosophical implications of simulation therapy, explore the philosophical implications of living in a simulated reality. Some theorize, and Elon Musk is one of them, that it's a history, it's a ancestry. So they can go back and study where they went wrong, maybe, right?
Mm.
Well,
there's a lot of examples probably they can go.
Yeah. So the philosophical challenges are questions of free will, morality, and nature of consciousness and identity. When you think about it, when you're a little kid, you almost automatically know right from wrong. Did you ever notice that when you're a little kid?
Yeah, because you know if you're doing something, you're going to get in trouble.
You can feel it. Well, no, you could almost tell.
Yeah.
Right? Something you never were told about before. Just for the way you're programmed, you're going to react to something a certain way. Right? Like when I knocked my little sister down, I knew that was worse than when I knocked my little brother down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't know how I knew that because, I was fucking like 2 years old, right? Why don't you, Larkita, why don't you click that link and we'll come on and you can call in and discuss with us. You're one out of like 5 people that have been by here, so you might as well join on in. I'm going to share this with go to. So you might as well join the show.
We need all the help we can get.
Yeah. Join in. I'm a little worried about some people because I screwed up, right? I picked the wrong video. I left the link. I shared it everywhere. We have people going to come, so maybe they'll come later. It's only 5:50, so we're just only a few minutes into it. So I'm not going to worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
Nobody's here. Nobody's here. But Rick has some history on a song. Want to do another song?
Sure.
You got high now. It's a little more fun, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Do you like?
You want me to do the second one then, since I kind of started off with the first one? Then
Yeah.
I go back and maybe everybody won't.
Yeah.
Of course, there was 3 people that heard that first song. So.
Well, there'll be more by tomorrow. I wish, and while you play that, I think you got a little history on the song, don't you?
Yeah. So I'm going to do a song here. I'm just basically going to jam on this. I'll give you the name of the band because I'm going back so far. Okay. It's a song by Montrose. Now, this song was recorded for their 1973 debut album.
Montrose.
So that's how old this.
Wow,
freaking
I don't
song
even
is.
hardly remember that group.
Now Sammy, well, I just gave that part of that away because I was going to say who the singer was. But anyway, Sammy still does that song today and is requested. I mean, he says people that, anybody in rock and roll, they just everybody wants to jam on that song with him. So,
Okay, Montrose.
So
And
that's a little bit of history there, just a little.
yeah, I forgot about Montrose.
Yeah. And, Sammy was in, of course, so many bands, some of them solo, of course, Van Halen. He was with them for, very successful run. So,
Say that again. Montrose played with Van Halen.
no, Sammy Hagar played with Montrose.
He was with Montrose and then went to Van Halen.
He was with Montrose, then he went solo.
Oh,
Had
okay.
a
So
long,
Montrose was early
successful
70s.
solo career. Yeah, 73 is when this one come out.
Yeah, because that back then it was even not like the top 10 kind of guy, was it?
Right.
It was more, well, back then they had a lot more niches, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Huh. So we don't have
and then after, of course, he goes from a solo career to Van Halen. Then after Van Halen, he's back to a solo career, and he's
so fucking rich, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's what, 74 years old or something
still
like
rocking.
that, and just still out. I'm going to see him in July.
Oh, I wanted to get tickets. Is that at the Sound?
No, that's at the amphitheater, mid-Florida.
Yeah, I gotta see if I can get tickets for that.
And that's with Satriani playing guitar. They'll be doing.
Oh, yeah.
And see, that's another thing.
Badass.
Chicken Foot was a band that he did with Satriani. Of course, Michael Anthony's with him, and Chad. Chad, can't think of his last name, on drums. I mean, Sammy's just been around forever.
Yeah, he's awesome.
So, but we're gonna go way back on this and see if anybody can guess this one.
All right. She got it right away. The only person watching. So I've been sharing this around to a bunch of groups. And remember Jane, we did a little spot with her.
Yes.
Yes, yes, we are 420 friendly. 420 friendly. Yes, and don't forget, Utoya, still family. She's got some great deals. He just did some work on the, thanks you guys. I'm sharing it a bunch too. I think I just kind of screwed up. We'll get some views after. We're going to plan our shows a little better. We're having fun doing it every other week so far. I don't think last week we had the last show, we had a pretty good showing, but, oh, here's a good one to go to. But I'm learning all over and I don't want to work too hard. We started our day at noon, okay?
Yes.
We met for lunch and for a half hour preparation time.
Well, and that was kind of a brunch for us.
Yeah.
So.
Then I took my walk on the bridge.
That's the way it should be, though.
Yeah. So I'm just enjoying the day. So beautiful here. How's the weather where you guys are?
Because I know yesterday was rough in the Midwest. Because back home, or not yesterday, the day before, they had the brunt of that, what we got yesterday. Because we were like on the bottom tail of that huge weather system.
Yeah, it was
and
good amount of rain.
And I know that back where I'm from, yesterday was the, I believe, 50th anniversary of the Xenia tornado, which there was like 130 some tornadoes spawned that day throughout the Midwest. But the one that hit Xenia, Ohio was a mile wide. Ooh. And it wiped a swath of Xenia, Ohio right off the earth. I mean, and I remember as a kid, I remember that day because we had a newsman that lived next door to us on the radio, and his name was Don Hughes. And he came outside because he had just gotten a call that it hit and he had to go out and cover it.
Wow.
And yeah, I remember standing in the yard that day and looking at the sky and how wicked it was and everything. And yeah, there were tornadoes all over the Midwest that day, but that was a real.
Tornadoes are much more vicious than hurricanes.
Yes.
When you think with no water, now a hurricane with no water doesn't cause nearly as much damage. Mm-hmm. As it does with the water, is usually what causes the damage.
Yeah.
But a tornado,
that's where they strengthen on the water.
Nothing's in the way.
Well, and you know, it's amazing. And of course it happens with hurricanes too, but especially with tornadoes. I mean, I remember going out and seeing where the tornado went through because there was a little highway that went right around that part of town.
You actually went to see the devastation?
Yeah.
Oh my
God. And
I've never seen.
You were nothing, and you know, here and then right here, next to that, untouched.
Right next to it.
Right next to it. You know, it's just amazing how that.
Well, when you see them, the videos of them, and it sucks things up in the air so high. Vehicles, like anything.
Yeah. What
are the winds in a hurricane? Or do you know?
Like I think 300. They can get up to 300 and some. Yeah.
Tornado wind speed.
And that was an F5 on that day.
Tornado wind speeds. Did I spell tornado? Okay, they vary significantly, but an EFO to an EF5, right? EFO 65 to 85, 88 to 110. Man, this thing types so fast.
Yeah.
But an E5 over 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But it's consolidated in such a small area and up to a mile, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But they can go up to 300.
320. Yeah.
You know, and I think they estimated that one in Xenia at 300 miles an hour plus.
Let's see. Scope of Xenia, spell it.
Xenia. XE. Oh. Yeah, I fooled you there, huh?
Yeah.
XENIA.
NIA tornado. it's spelled wrong. Well, you should be able to figure it out. If AI can't figure out that I spelled it wrong. There's a reversing attorney that struggles, you know, how, oh, that's where you're from.
Well, I'm from very close to there, so.
So everybody wanted to go check it out, right?
Yeah.
And the deadliest and most destructive tornadoes in U.S. history. It remains the deadliest. E5 original, over 260 miles an hour winds.
Okay.
33 deaths, injured 1,300 people, and 1,400 buildings. 1,400 buildings.
Yeah, it seriously, it took a big chunk of that town right off the face of
Wow.
the earth, you know.
Involved-
It's really amazing there weren't more deaths,
Yeah,
you know.
last April 3rd to April 4th involved 148 tornadoes across 13 states.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
300
Man,
deaths across the
Somebody's
states.
here. Oh, that must be Barb. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah, that- I've been seeing a lot of pictures on Facebook from that day, so.
Is that because it's anniversary?
Yeah, yesterday was.
Oh,
So-
wow, okay. Shit, since we're talking about that, man, I got some nice presents.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of that, make sure you go to utoya.com and use best. Here, we'll put in the link. Hey, Miss Barb.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
So, Barb, there we got some company. Howdy.
Doing?
What?
I said, how are you?
I am great. We just smoked some flour and
Hi, Larketta.
hey, Lisa, look who's in the house. Lisa Eldridge is in the house. Yeah. So I'm on a new platform now, and I wanted to, you know, and of course, it's not our full-time job. So I thought I had it all perfect, and of course I redid it, I posted it, and I thought it was all good. Then I ended up creating 2 links to the show. So a bunch of people had dead links.
Well, looking for you was like looking for a cat turd at the beach.
Man, have you noticed, what state are you in again?
Ohio.
We're just talking about the tornado from Xenia, Ohio.
Yeah.
Were you around when that happened?
Well, I used to work in Jamestown
Uh-huh.
for Dodge, which isn't far from Xenia.
Yep.
So yeah, I was at work when that happened. So
Wow, that's a monster. It's still the most devastating one ever. Barry's in the house. We got a few people dropping in now. That's good. And my friend Lisa stopped by. I've seen her. She must have been on Facebook. So what I did is I tried to connect these all together with this new program, which seemed to be really easy. And then I overlapped it, but I'm glad you made it tonight.
well, you know, I don't really work I don't work at all. Actually, I do work. I cook, I clean. I mean, but
Yeah, I do too. I do that now too. I actually cut my own grass now. I haven't cut grass
don't
since,
even do that. We
since
have
I,
somebody come and do it.
well, I was gonna tell you, I've not cut grass since I sold my landscape company in 1995. So it's been
Oh, wow.
29 years since I cut grass. And I figured, well, you know, I'll see how it goes. In the winter, it's not bad. You have to just do it once every 6 weeks. And you know, if you do the front one time and the next, you do the
When
back
I went to
another
Florida,
time.
when I went to Florida to visit my dad, their lawns were gravel. So
Or sand.
Yeah, so I got a electric mower, an electric weed eater, and I got an electric blower. So I'm like, you know, then I drive a Jeep that gets 12 miles to the gallon. You know? I don't think my blueprint shrunk that much.
You're offsetting your carbon footprint.
Well, to be honest with you, they're quiet. Now I can see it in a residential situation, but you know, to do it commercially, you know, the batteries are heavy, and I think that makes the tractor sinking.
Well, they're just not gonna last that long. I mean,
You're cutting big blades and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I did see something inspiring though on battery recycling, where this guy figured out and has a plant that can actually break down the battery and recycle all the parts of it. So that's pretty promising.
Oh, cool.
And reuse the lithium and shit.
Yeah.
But we were talking today about how fucking expensive this shit getting. Right?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I went, when I was a kid, we used to think if we could carry $100 worth of groceries, we were, the strongest kid in the house, right?
Right.
I can do it now at 64 with two fingers on one in each hand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember when collecting pop bottles, you get
Yes.
at least $1's worth.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Casual man, you could get a lot of candy for that.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, you got like what, 5 cents a bottle or something like that?
So we got 10.
You got 10? Okay.
I got a real funny story about that, but I'll save it for another time when we were teenagers and broke into a Coca-Cola plant and stole bottles all night, returning them to grocery stores all over the county in Missouri on acid.
I worked all as a teenager.
We got about $700 some. That's a lot of bottles.
That's a lot of bottles. Brand new bottles, probably never been used.
So, food is getting ridiculous. Just 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, they said, a joint family income of $77,000 could get, that's what you needed to buy a house.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it's 115,000.
Yeah.
And Barb's a banker, so she's nodding over there. So she's doing a shit ton of loans, but you know what they're all for? Debt consolidation.
Yep.
The biggest part of them are debt consolidation. I'm so fucking lucky that I got old when I did and said, man, I better start saving a little money because I think I'm gonna live for a while. And then I got paranoid and everything I own's paid for. And fuck it, I wouldn't be able to do what I live the way I live if all my shit wasn't paid for.
Yeah.
I would not be able to. And I was telling he's taking this quitting working a lot better than me. Okay, he's quit working. He's counting. Oh, I got to work only 4 hours. Part time. He can't. And I'm fucking finding something to do full time again. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? So
I'm finding as little to do as possible.
Yeah. So I'm learning to trade, and so I went about 6 weeks on paper. You're using fake money, and I thought I got it going on. And then I went to cash, and I lost like $400 this week. It didn't make nothing. It's totally different. So I got to start all over. So I'm not going to do it as much.
A little slower.
Slower. I don't need the money today. It's only March. I just retired February, right? January. So February, March. It's been fucking April. Now it's April. So I got 10 weeks in this thing, and I'm trying to do whatever. I'm a dumbass. How do you feel about simulations? Do you think we're simulated here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm believing it more and more. I was listening to some theories on it today, and it was quite interesting. And when you ask ChatGPT about it, he knows a lot about it. Okay. I asked about doing a show on is the world simulated, and I got like 15 topics. With simulated realities, we invite listeners to embark on the thought-provoking journey into the depths of existence, question the nature of reality and our place in it. Join us and we explore the profound mysteries of simulated worlds and the infinite possibilities that they entail. I asked one question to this ChatGPT, and I got me and Ringo took us a month to write this shit.
Well, people don't realize that they've been doing this to us for a long time.
No, you're exactly right. They're programming us.
Exactly.
And
they can't program me. I'm just an idiot. So
you can't fix stupid.
that's right. No, I just let people think I'm stupid because you're better off that way.
Right.
Now, I bet there's a shit ton of people taking this and saying, like the title, Simulated Realities, Exploring the Nature of Existence. Okay? Description. Now, I asked one question, right? I got a whole series, episodes. Description. Welcome to Simulated Realities. We are to delve into the mind-bending concepts of life we know, maybe simulation. From philosophical pondering to scientific theories, join us. We get journey through the labyrinth of existence and contemplate the implications of living a simulated world. Each episode tackles different aspects of the fascinating topic, featuring discussions of experts, thought-provoking analysts, and explorations of the profound questions it raises about the nature of reality. That's my description. Now, do you think I could have wrote that in a fucking hour?
There were some big words.
There's some big words. I don't have to have pronounced them right.
You know what gets me about that, the simulation thing, you know, if that's really what we're living in, then somebody's been fucking with me for a long time, you know?
Yeah, but there's probably some alien out there that's assigned to you. You know, remember Warcraft and when the video games just started getting out there and you build your city, you know, and you had to get your knife and your axe. My son loved those, where you had to gather, you had to do things, chores to get them. And it was at a baby scale.
Yeah.
But now you can watch things online.
Well, that's me.
Oh, and they show a truck going down the freeway, like that new Raptor, and it looks like it's doing a wheelie and it's jumping, and you're like, holy fuck, that truck couldn't be doing that. And of course, it's fucking not. But when you see that shit, it looks so real now. And you got to remember, it was only 50 years ago when you had two paddles on a screen, Pong, right?
Yep.
Now you got this platform I'm using. These people are playing video games that are very real looking.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking a lot more real looking than even 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Yep.
So that's pretty crazy.
So you really, you know, seeing anything now it's hard to believe what you're looking at.
Well, that's where we're going.
For me.
We're now going into, because what I just read, somebody could just have my face, right?
Yes.
And make me talk that.
Yes.
Yeah, they just had Trump and Biden having a campfire.
That's the AI stuff.
I know, it's fucking creepy. And you know who got excited about it is AI when I asked him about it. The fraction of human level civilizations that reach, see, they're using words.
Post-human stage.
Post-human stage. The fraction of human level civilizations that reach a post-human stage. That's deep.
Well, how do you know that we're not like in the Truman Show, though, too?
Well, that's very well could be, you know, very well.
Well, we are being watched, and actually today when you were trying to send me that email,
Right.
I always say that's when the government intercepts them and they're checking them out first before you, because they do that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
they
do that. I don't care what they say.
Yeah, and I'm not so certain it's really the government. The government might just be a simulation of what do you call it? Propaganda. You know, they train us to be stupid. I mean, I look at, you know why we're limited to our age now? Because we're going to figure it out at some point. You know, they say the Anunnaki back in 4,000 years ago genetically changed us so we didn't live so long, and they could train us to harvest food and stuff. You know, we were slaves. And, you know, all these years, Moses lived to be like 150 years old, so they cut our time in half. So right about when you start figuring it out, you get cancer and you die.
Methuselah was the oldest man in the Bible. He was 900 and something.
Yeah. No, so there's and the Bible is corroborated with a lot of the ancient alien stuff, and that's kind of with it's kind of like an awakening, and it has to almost come slowly because humans are that stupid. And I catch myself being that stupid, and I'm not as stupid as, you know, half the people are below average, right?
The other half.
Yeah, but which half?
Well, 80% of your intelligence comes from the mother. And that's a fact.
My poor daughters are living that
And
dream.
her kids are stupid, you know why?
I hope they can hear us on there. We didn't get any comments on how's the sound check. I'm with you on the phone or the guitar.
My 5-year-old granddaughter's on like a third grade reading level. I mean, how freaky is that?
She's on the third grade? And how old is
Yes.
she?
5.
In that third grade?
No, it's kindergarten.
Well, that's good. Not everybody.
Well, she taught herself to read.
Yeah, well, thank God somebody is.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the thing that's kind of, here's the thing, we're talking too about like that ship that ran into the bridge, right?
Yeah, that was odd.
Yeah, and though, when I first seen it, I was like, oh my God, because it happened here in Florida, the Skyway Bridge, and they ran into it, right? So I was like, oh shit, man, that's the same thing that happened here. They didn't have no protection around it. They didn't have, and that's how things happen, how people.
They were actually built about the same time, the original Skyway and that one, I think.
I think the original Skyway.
They were at least both in the 70s, I think.
Let's see. Well, that's a good question. I'll look it up real quick. But then all of a sudden they get all these conspiracy theorists. They can Photoshop it. They can, they say, "Oh, look, explosions." When you snap steel like that, it can create a spark.
Yeah.
You could have cables going through there, electrical cables. So But then I started thinking, man, strategically, it's a Chinese ship, and all this shit. Like, what the fuck, man? It might be something. So you don't even really know. You almost everybody has to be a little conspiracy, bit of a conspiracy theorist,
Well, and go ahead.
So I jumped down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But now I can look at people and say, you thought I was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, wow. It was actually.
Like the P. Diddy thing and.
Well, yeah, we're going to talk about that too, because it was born in 1982, the original Skyway.
Oh.
Huh. It started in 82.
No, wasn't that when they replaced it?
No. Let's see. When was the first Skyway bridge built? Construction started. When was the old Skyway bridge? Oh, 54. Jesus.
54, okay.
Well, that's an old bridge.
Yeah, that was an old one.
Well, they just needed a new bridge.
Well, and that's part of the conspiracy too,
It's only
because
like, what, 4 or 5 years older than you, Bruce?
Fuck you, yeah. The only thing the oldest thing in my house is the house. It's actually 2 years older than me. That's why I bought it. I want to be younger than something. But the cool thing with the Skyway is that they left a lot of it there for a pier. I thought that was a great idea. And it was less expensive to take down. But the bridge deal up there in Baltimore is, so you start out thinking, oh man, a terrible accident. And then, there's so much technology, so many people are clickbait, I hate that clickbait shit.
yeah.
They reported 15 hours before that bridge accident even happened.
Up in Baltimore?
Yes.
Someone reported before it happened?
Yes, a news station.
No.
How can they do that?
Well, they said that about the towers too, remember? They're saying that it fell down before it fell down. What was the biggest, weirdest thing about that? Is there was huge information on the way that thing was built, that it could never fall down.
Yeah. But
we know that's bullshit.
Well, there, a lot of people say there were explosions and stuff, but of course, the way that thing was made, and maybe there was, but I don't think so. I think just the way that thing pancaked its way down, that's where those explosions were coming from, blowing everything out,
I don't know. It looks like a demo job to me. Anything down will go straight down.
It did go straight down.
It went right straight down. It would have been much more dramatic if it would have fell over sideways.
Well, you don't want to hurt other buildings.
It'll ruin the future construction of that site.
Well, and that's really what they were hoping was gonna happen. They would fall over and take out a lot more. That's what the ones that flew into them were hoping.
Yeah, that whole thing, how do you feel about that, Clark?
Well, I was at work when it happened and stuff, but they were pre-warned before it even happened, just like this attack on Moscow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they've sent messages to the states that we're next. This just isn't, and Biden's letting them in left and right. I mean, so.
The Trojan horse.
Yeah, so.
The only good thing about invading the US is we have a lot of civilians with guns. In most countries, they don't. In most countries, they disarm them before they attack them. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
in Ukraine, I mean, our Ukrainians don't have stashes of weapons,
Right. Well, not only that, we got where I live and a couple counties away, there's militias and you got your rednecks, your hillbillies. I mean, so.
Yeah, probably a safe place to be in Arkansas somewhere.
Arkansas. I'm in Ohio.
Well, Ohio too, the Midwest, period. I think the Midwest, and there's weird things happening too. Like Zuckerberg is building a $260 million bunker on an island.
Right.
Now, what the hell would he be doing that for?
So that he can survive.
Yeah.
Right.
But survive what? He's preparing for something.
Well, some states have declared a state of emergency for the eclipse on April 8th. And that's not out in the news either.
Oh, that's interesting. Inside Mark Zuckerberg's secret Hawaii compound. Oh, it's real secret.
Well, and I'm sorry, but what Hawaii? Why would you build one in Hawaii?
Well, I suppose it's far enough away.
But it's nothing but volcanoes and earthquakes and
well, they burned the town down there, so they got some room.
Exactly. And that the houses with the blue roofs in Hawaii didn't burn.
Yeah, and that's kind of, I wish I had more evidence on that, except for pictures, because if it was one of those, what was it, a weaponry, right?
Right.
That's what they're claiming it was, and there's some evidence about that. I find that fire thing was quite odd myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have a laser that they can pinpoint and just start a fire.
Well, I'd imagine we should be able to have that, and when you
well, the other places where there was fires, they had blue roofs.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I heard about it. It's really bizarre to me.
Really bizarre. How bizarre.
And that car has got burned up like in the middle of the road and stuff. I mean, it melted metal. It got so hot.
Right.
Yeah.
There's some weird facts on that for sure. And Oprah is involved in that. And that we're going to talk about did he do it or not?
Did it?
Did he did it? And Rick texted me, we're texting each other some ideas. So I said, did he do it? And he that was my topic. Then he texted back, squatters. And I says, when Diddy did it? That's a good way to get rid of a squatter. Squat over here. I get a brother, hook you up. Well, it's like we're at Market 8 having lunch last week, and we tried to do a selfie, and this guy goes, "You want me to help you get a better picture?" And we looked at each other, and I said, "If you can make us look any better than my camera, you go right ahead." Maybe you got
It ain't gonna happen.
Maybe you got an old man filter on there or some shit. That was a good comeback.
Yeah, it was.
It was a good picture though, too.
It was funny as shit. They left their ass off. Yeah.
Yeah, you are cooking dinner.
No, it's all right. Rick's gonna probably play another song here in a moment. And I'm surprised we didn't get what's his name here tonight.
Oh,
I hope he's all right.
yeah, he's in the Philippines, right?
Oh, I forgot about him.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, I thought
I was thinking about Marty. He's out here tonight. He's probably gonna have to watch it later. But at least Melissa's still here, and Barry checked in, and Mark, and we're having fun anyway, so the hell with it. You know, when we knocked it back to once every 2 weeks, it's probably gonna take a while for people to get used to it.
Yeah.
But the fun part is it's more enjoyable when you don't have to do it every week, to be honest with you.
I can believe that.
You don't want to make it like turn into a job.
Yeah, we got it, that that JOB's a bad word around here, right?
It's more enjoyable for me to cook when I don't have to do it every day.
Yeah, when you don't have a job, you're more likely to cook.
Well, I make them some pretty good damn food. I mean, I make homemade carnitas,
Yeah,
barbacoa.
you know, I need to expand my cooking more. I'm really good at what I cook, but I don't take the risk of buying, because here's what happens. When you buy all the ingredients to make one recipe, fuck, you might as well go out to eat.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta cook regular to have, you know, you gotta be, it's like a mechanic. If he's only got a 94-piece Sears toolbox, right?
Right.
He's not gonna be able to fix much. You need fucking, my mechanic, and that was 30 years ago in my boatyard, he had $40,000 of tools. That's like 200,000 today, right? To fix it. You need like one tool to do one fucking thing sometimes, right? Just to take the bearing out of a lower unit on a motor is a special tool.
Special tool, yeah.
Yep, and if it's a different motor, then you need another one, right? If it's not the same brand.
It's all a conspiracy.
I'm glad you love our show, Melissa. We love you too. But we're gonna stay doing it because we have fun doing it, and that's that. And that's the way it's gonna be for a while. Now, if we get much lazier, you know, well, we'll see what happens.
We can't get much lazier, right?
Well, actually, I'm as busy as I was. I was telling before Barb showed up, you know, I got in this and I started just being worried that I wasn't busy. You know, you gotta live in the moment. You can't live for yesterday, and you shouldn't worry about tomorrow,
It
right?
really took me a while to get used to not working because work was my life and it was my social life.
Yeah. Well, you know, I thought that way too. And I thought all my employees were friends, but then when you quit, nobody's called me.
Well, same with you.
I learned that a long time ago, and that's why once a company pays me as much as I can get out of it, you know, or I get bored, I just quit doing it, you know? And I guess that's probably, you know.
Oh, I used to be a manager for BP Corporate. I loved it. I mean, I went all over.
What job I liked was when I was working at a resort when I was young, and as a maintenance manager, and I had a apartment looking out over the ocean. Oh, look at, we got, the smoke is really messing our place.
That's a cool special
Yeah,
effect.
sure. And all I did was, you know, point to the guys in the morning, what the grass to cut and weeds to pull, and what need to be fixed, and then I'd hang out at the cheeky bar and sample the new residents from the night.
Well, I didn't start doing the alcohol thing until I was 36.
Oh, these were girls. The alcohol was just a byproduct.
I'm 52 and I've only had 3 partners in my life, so.
Yeah, well, I had that on Saturday. But I'm sure there's some children out there that oddly resemble me, but you know.
I think my dad has some too.
Yeah, it's almost mathematically impossible, to be honest with you, especially back then.
Especially when I lived on the East Coast, they said, I know your sister. And I'm like, do you? Because I want to meet her.
She looks just like you. She looks just like you. In Theodosia, Missouri, we were there in the early 80s growing weed, and I looked up how many people live there now. In 1982, there was 25 people in Theodosia, Missouri. You know how many's there now? 195. And it's hard as hell to deliver the mail because the name's the same on all the boxes. 195. I was like, boy, that place is gonna grow. Yeah, imagine in the Ozarks, that place is beautiful. Oh, good fucking hell. I gotta go up there, man. I gotta go see that place again. There's Marty. He's late to the party.
There he is.
You can watch the rerun, Marty. We've been, wondering about you, making sure you're all right.
Yeah.
I know, that's right. Rick, and we got a new thing, so if you're just joining the show and you're late to the party, we got Larkita on the line, and we're having a fun conversation about living in a simulation, which is 1 in a billion chances of, predicted by Elon Musk. And it's been a good show so far. I'm glad you signed in. Last week we missed you, sweetie. We missed you for the last couple of weeks. So what are you cooking tonight?
Well, tonight I cheated. I just made him some manwick and the little mini ears of corn on the cob.
Perfect.
Well, that's why you had time to check in. You didn't put a hell of a lot into that.
Well, usually, some days I'll make them trout almondine and red snapper.
Yeah. So we caught you on an off night. Thursday, you don't want to leave the expectations too high for Friday, right? So you give them those little wrapper weenies and a can of sardines on Thursday.
Well, I even made beef Wellington. So I mean,
I had that twice, and both times it sucked. I don't know why. I might have not. I didn't probably have a good one.
I'm on the spectrum, and I have a photographic memory. I watched one video by Gordon Ramsay and was able to duplicate his beef Wellington.
Oh, wow. You gotta send me a picture of your beef.
I will.
And the Wellington too.
And Bruce can send you a picture of his penis.
Yeah. But he's been a dick lately, so he won't let me take a picture anymore.
That was for Father's Day one year. I think this year I'm doing prime rib.
Okay. It's bugs time of year now. I got the little gnats and shit flying around in here. Well, we love you, Lark. Thank you so much for showing up.
I love you guys too, and you're welcome. I've missed you.
Yeah. You check us out in 2 more weeks, every 2 weeks, and I'll figure this out to where everybody knows where to go. But it's I think people enjoy it, and we're going to continue doing it. So thanks for joining in. And next time you can be all prettied up, and I'll put you right on the screen. You just click that link.
Okay.
All right, baby. Take care.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye.
So Marty's not feeling good.
Hmm.
Nathan's not either. So you got 2 6 tonight.
Wow.
Man, I'm gonna have to be part of it too.
A lot of shit going around.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sick. I'm mentally ill, but
Yeah.
obviously
Sick in the head.
that gets celebrated at the White House now. Visibility Day. Like I want to see your penis, when boobs together. That's really what I want to see.
I saw a report about a woman, I think, and her daughter that were in one of the gyms. So they're in the locker room, and somebody trans was in there.
Yeah.
And it was the woman and her daughter that were made to leave.
Yeah. They got their stock went to shit, and go woke, you go broke. But here's the thing: there's casualties when they program you. Okay, because there was no such thing as a transgender when I was growing up. The most you were
Cross
is gay.
dressers.
And cross-dressing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's the
But-
warm-up, but that was the training for the trannies, right?
And how many gay people did you know back then?
Well, there's quite a few actually.
Well, it wasn't.
They didn't talk
as-
about it.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they weren't there. They were there,
Well,
but they were
listen,
very
I
quiet.
think that,
Very quiet.
anybody, we're all have issues, right? I don't think there's anybody that can say we don't. And if you like a guy and you feel like you do, back then you didn't go. Now I think there's people that aren't gay that are acting gay, right?
Mhm.
Like with P. Diddy, you got little kids and stuff that'll suck his thing to get a song deal, right? Or take it up the back, right? So they're pretending to do it to get some leverage. That's really fucked up, right? Back in the day, Caesar and all them, Caesar had, I heard him, watch on the History Channel, like you like to watch, all the people that ruled Rome through the time. There was some fucking, that the one guy that was in Rome, that 1 out of 200 men are related to him still today.
Wow.
He banged that many people.
Well,
Yeah, that many babies.
they felt they had the right to everyone.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got it. We're talking about history, right? I mean, future, you know what I'm saying? And now you're going to play a song. I'm going to tell you some stuff about history, which will blow your mind. So go ahead, Rick. Play us a tune.
All right.
Play us a song, guitar man.
So I have just a little info on this song. This song, I'm not going to tell you even the band this time, but this song was on the band's 4th album. The song was also in a movie, and I think if you guessed the movie, which should be pretty easy, then you should get an extra round of applause from us.
Well, since you said that, listen, check it out. Wait. Uh-oh. You ready? Ready?
That's great.
Then,
Now we need that. We need a laugh track.
yeah. And then when you say the N word,
I like it.
well, you know how every black joke starts, don't you?
Say that again.
You know how every black joke starts, don't you? Get it? That's pretty funny.
That's
bro.
funny.
All right. Get them ready.
All right. You make sure I'm on the right. Gotta put the shades down.
Yeah, you gotta be cool. Nice. Got me in the zone.
Anybody get it?
Oh, I didn't even look. No guesses on the song. I was kind of,
The song or the movie? Well, I guess if you can't figure out the song, you can't figure out the movie. will you? So I'll give you some more hints. So the star of the movie had the band over for dinner at his own home to negotiate the deal, to do the video and the song, I think.
and he
The video consists of clips from the movie, including its teaser trailer, and it's intercut with footage of the band for performing as the actor or the main character makes his way through the crowd towards the band. And after the song ends, he confronts the band as they leave the back venue through the back door, and he analyzes each member individually.
Huh.
And,
Barry should know this
and
one.
it-
AC/DC.
and this one might give it away to Barry at least. So his remark as he looked at Axel, it came up as waste of ammo.
That gave it away right there.
See if that.
Yeah, that should give it away. That's the one you were practicing.
Yeah, I
Guns N'
worked hard
Roses.
on that. Nobody knows it.
Guns N'
Man, I
Roses.
must have sucked on it.
No, I mean, listen, I just love the riff.
I do too.
Listen,
It's a cool song.
I had a half a glass of wine and a joint, man. I'm happy. I don't care if he was even here. We've had over 20 people show up while we've been here. So that's at least something, and we'll get people watch us after. And that's all that matters. Right? That sounds good. About 15 minutes left before we sign out. So if anyone wants to give us a call, I was trying to get Danita, but she's working. So Danita, she's a girl I met when I first moved up to Pinellas County. It was in '98. I had a midlife, I thought it was a midlife restructuring project. I was 38 years old. I sold my boatyard, and my dad and brother kept my profit because they thought they would have taxes due. And we ended up moving up here. And I lost my train of thought because I had a fly in my face. Barry, you had it, baby. You had it.
Yep.
So 25 years ago, blah, blah, blah. Where was I going with this?
So you guys moved up here, and I thought it had to do with you were talking about somebody. I don't know where. Since I don't know where you were
Should we
going
do a
with it.
replay? And don't even remember what I said in the last sentence.
That was a good joint and
Yeah.
good half bottle of
Yeah,
wine.
yeah,
so.
yeah. I think we were talking about Guns N' Roses, so we'll leave it at that. See you later, Barry. Thanks for stopping by, brother.
Take care.
Appreciate you. We were talking, and I forgot.
Oh, let's see. Melissa's asking, what was the movie?
The
The movie was Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Okay. That was a good movie.
Now, if I'd have said that, that probably would have gave it away right away. So
You know,
that was my favorite one though, because it had the liquid Terminator, the liquid metal.
Yeah.
That was wicked. Hey,
That was a pretty good one. The modern one,
yeah.
with Iceman. Who was that? That was Superman. Superman had the ice guy. Mr. Ice, remember him?
No.
You don't remember Mr. Ice?
Terminator?
No, not in Terminator.
Oh, but that,
I'm just saying in general.
oh. Oh, we went
Mr.
off
Freeze,
base on
Mr.
that one.
Freeze.
Mr.
Yeah.
Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
You made people Mr.
The
Ice.
ice guy.
The ice dude.
We went halfway off base
Yeah,
on
Marty
that
got
one.
it, Mr. Freeze. That was a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Freeze motherfucker up. That'd be a good.
Ron
Power.
Arnold played that too, so yeah.
That was Batman. Okay, that was Batman. That was fun. Mr. Freeze. Wasn't that done? Who did Mr. Freeze? Who was Mr. Freeze?
Well, in the movie, it was Arnold.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and then, I can't remember,
Laurie knew that one too.
I can't remember who it was in the TV show, like the old sixties TV show.
In the 60s. So yeah, we kind of touched on Mr. Freeze of DC Comics supervillain 1959
Oh,
as
yeah.
Mr. Zero. He's later named Mr. Freeze. Oh, look at him. Holy cow.
Okay.
Oof.
I was thinking it was somebody else that played him, but yeah, now I remember him, so.
That's funny. Now, I haven't practiced putting this on here, so I'm not gonna waste your time trying to figure it out now. But we'll have that figured out next week. But yeah, Mr. Freeze, 1959, year I was born. What other subjects?
Well, let's see, I think we confirmed Diddy did it, right?
Hey,
well,
we got, listen, we got.
how about the hail?
Oh, I looked
on the,
that up. So did you see that solar field that got crushed by hail?
Yeah,
Nobody thought of that.
and the contamination.
Yeah, oh,
You know.
I did a little chat on that, on energy, right?
Mhm.
And it gave me a shit ton of Danita's responding, and unfortunately Thursdays is very busy for her because her son has guitar lessons and she works like a horse. She makes a lot of money. She's traveling, but that's a fun story. Danita, we love you. And I met her when I first moved. That's what I think I was talking about. I met her when we first moved up here, and she was a telemarketer. I needed a job because I fucked up in Naples and brought my family up here to start over. And she was a telemarketer. I was selling roofs on mobile homes.
Mhm.
But the in-home sales is, you can make good money, you know? And I didn't know I was a salesman until I started selling stuff. I thought I was a businessman, but I really wasn't a businessman. I was a salesman. You know, I wish I would have learned that sooner, but anyway. So we got to be friends, and she was way overweight. She was an addict, and a hard addict, right?
Mhm.
And fighting it when I met her. First she's overweight, then she turned into an addict. And I've known her since 98, so that's 26 years, right? And so I only worked at that company for, I think it was a couple of years till I started my remodeling company, right? And then about 3 years into that, I hired her to work for me. And by that point, she was still obese, but she was off of the drugs.
Mhm.
And I liked her, so I gave her a chance. And she did a super, up here, Sharon, we're just gonna have to do another day. Okay, let me respond, sorry.
Yeah, well, that's who we were talking about today, then, that was
Yes.
gonna call in.
So this is a bad day for her, so we're gonna pre-record her and do it on her next, so.
Yeah.
Have a fun trip.
You gotta take that kid to the guitar lessons, that's very important.
Yes. So the interesting thing about it was that she got back on drugs and rip me off, you know, not horribly, but because she's a drug addict. Went to jail and got out, and I hired her again. And then she stayed sober. She's still sober now, and it's been, I think, 15 years now. So she sobered up, she got managed her weight, and she just kicked ass in my business, and I mentored her for about 8 years. And I taught her how to make money. And now today, she's living her dream. And her motto is live your best life. Because she, unfortunately, finally found a man she loved. She got her weight down, thought she was sexy, got a good, he falls off a fucking house, the third floor, died. She's raising he's raising his son. Yeah, so
You just never know.
you never know, but she's taking it to the higher level because she's spiritual, she's powerful, and you'll be excited to meet her because she's very cool. And I'm texting back and forth with her now, but anyway, it helps her. Now she's got a great life, and that's kind of what the show's best life is. Kind of a tribute to her and her taking the worst possible thing you could think happen to you, losing your husband that you just found, right? A couple of years into it, and you're living your best life every day. So
that's all you can do.
We love you. And if not, we'll have her on another show. All right.
Definitely.
Say, or what time you normally do the shows with you. Yeah.
Yeah, if you record something, you can just do it anytime. You know, whenever it's.
Let's do. She's in Arizona. She's going to Arizona. Record while you're in Arizona. Okay. Okay. So, Rick's ready to play another song.
I don't have one, but I just.
Well, I'm sure you remember one. It's not like you just come in to play and never play that song again.
I only learned 2 songs this week, and that's all I know.
Yeah. Well, 7 guitars, and one's 49 years old.
Well, and I've got my other one that I'll be posting is 50 years old.
Wow, that's cool.
And I'll bring that one in and play it too, but I might take it and have a little work done on it because it's got remember how my Les Paul was buzzing? Bad. And same thing with my Flying V. So.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys for stopping by. We're going to end the same way we start with some music from Rick. I'm so glad you stopped and seen us. We will see you in 2 weeks. That would be the 18th, my brother's birthday, April 18th. April 18th. Thank you for sharing. Make sure you give us a thumbs up before you head out. And thanks, Art, for getting on the phone with us. That was fun. And until next time, peace out.